Here are 5 Windows laptops you should consider before buying a MacBook Pro. Let's find out. Alright, so if you guys watch my videos, you guys know I do a ton of stuff on MacBook Pros, iMacs, everything else. I even have some PCs and stuff. So what I wanted to do in this video is I just wanted to say, before you actually go out and buy yourself, this happens to be the base model MacBook Pro, 13-inch. Before you go ahead and buy something like this, these are like $1,200 you definitely want to consider the alternative, which is going to be a Windows machine. So if you want to go out and buy a Windows laptop, this is a Windows laptop a little bit older, but let's say you want to go ahead and buy one. What can you get for the money? So I want to go ahead and show people what are the 5 best alternatives to maybe buying a MacBook Pro. And you're going to find out that these are actually going to be quite a bit cheaper. They're going to usually be, $400 to $500 cheaper. They're going to have a little bit better specs on them. They're going to have maybe a little bit more hard disk space, a little bit better CPUs. So obviously when you buy Apple and you have a specific reason for it, let's just say number one, you just like it way better and you just don't want to go to a Windows machine. Number 2, maybe you need it for like what you do, video producing or music producing. But if you erase all that stuff and just put that down and you just need this for school or for work and you need a computer that's pretty powerful, like a MacBook Pro, but you just don't have $1,100 to spend. Obviously there's the used market, but what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to go ahead and show you 5 of the best ones that could replace the base model MacBook Pro. Remember, this is the base model. It's not going to be reviews here today. It's just going to be a straight, I'm going to show you what I think are the best, show you, and I'm going to have links in the description if you want to go ahead and check them out yourself. I'll have a description video on YouTube and you can go ahead and check out the links there. But just want to show you what I think are the best to replace this and save that $400 or $500. And again, my channel is a lot about Macs, so I do love Macs. I'm not trying to talk bad about them. But if you are with the pandemic and everything kind of in a money situation, definitely check these out and let's get into them. We'll go through them one by one, all 5 of them. All right, so the first one's going to be the 2020 HP Envy X360 2-in-1, and this is a great deal. It's $769. I'm going to go from the lowest price and go a little bit higher as we go through the next 5 here. There'll also be a link in the description to all these, so you can check them out yourself. This is a great deal. You can go ahead and take a look over here what it looks like. It's basically a matte black finish. It's got a lot of ports on this system, but the beauty of this is for $769, which is roughly, what is that, $500 or $600 less than the MacBook Pro, the base model. You get a lot of computer for this. Actually, obviously it's a 2-in-1, so you can flip it like this. It is a touch screen. But if you go down to the actual specs here, let's take a look at this. So it's basically going to be, you have Windows 10, but this is the key. You get a Ryzen 5 4500U, which is a great processor, 8 gigs of memory, 256 gigabyte SSD. So, and then again, obviously you can check out the rest of this information. You can go ahead and pause the screen if you want to do that, but you can see what it includes here. As I go back up though, just a great system for $769. That's one of our choices, one of the 5 we're going to choose for this kind of slot here, but a great value. So number 2 is going to be the 2020 Acer Swift 3, and it's a 14-inch laptop. This is a great value. I'm going to show you why here. It's $779 only, and it comes with a lot of great features. Number 1, it does come with, again, a Ryzen 5 4500U, and that actually beats, it says, the i7 8500U, just for comparison reasons. 8 gigs of RAM, but the kicker here for $779, it comes with a 1 terabyte SSD drive. And think about that. If you were going to do that on a PC or on a Mac, it would cost probably $2,000 minimum for that system. You can go ahead and see the color of it over here. It's a silver color. Again, not the best pictures over here, but I'll go ahead and just mouse over them so you can see them. Screen's not always the best either as far as the bezels and stuff, so it's going to look a little bit older. But if you like that kind of, it's definitely got a thin profile. It's silver, and it's got a USB port, headphone jack, a lock, Kennison lock, another USB, HDMI. So it's got a lot of different ports on it. But again, $779, and the kicker here on this one is a 1 terabyte SSD drive, and it's only $779. So consider this one as well. All right, so the third one on the list is actually the 2020 Asus Zenbook 14. So it's a 14-inch laptop. You can see it over here. I'll show you some closer pictures here in a second. The reason this is good though is it does have the Ryzen 5 4500U. Again, it beats the i7. 8 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabyte SSD, so all those things are pretty solid. It does have the MX350 also as far as the graphics card, so $829. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's highly recommended. It's got great ratings and pretty much anywhere you go. You can find it, in that 800 to 900 range, and there's a lot of different models you can get. You can get there's one here, you can get a 2 terabyte SSD for $1,049. So if you're into, if you need a lot of space, this is a great unit for around $1,000. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. You can see it down here. It's got a silver color. It's definitely got the metal texture to it. If you take a look at it, it's a very clean laptop, widescreen, and it looks kind of like a MacBook Pro. It's got kind of a unique hinge there. You can see definitely has a lot of ports too. Thin profile. You can see the ports that it's actually showing here and on the other side as well. So you have that kind of, the hinge can flip backwards like that, which is unique. So long story short, it's not going to be MacBook, I guess, quality as far as the construction. But again, $829, you're going to save $400 or $500. If you want to get the 2 terabyte SSD drive for just over $1,000, that's pretty incredible nowadays. So definitely look at that as well. All right, so number 4 is the 2020 Lenovo Ideapad 515. So it's a 15.6-inch laptop, a little bit bigger than the other ones, $849. The reason I like this one is it does come with, it comes with a little bit less space, but it comes with a better processor. It comes with the full H-core Ryzen 7. So it's a Ryzen 7 chip, 4700U, and that's 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD here for $849. They also have a lot of other models in here. You can see, you can kind of configure them any way you want. This is the cheapest one. If you want to go to 16 gigs of RAM here, it's only $899, so that's a huge upgrade right there. And if you want, actually it comes with the 512 SSD as well. So I would actually recommend this one for $50. What is that, $50 more? You get 8 gigs of RAM and another 256 on the SSD for $50. How can you go wrong there? So I highly recommend this. Lenovo's are really good workhorses. Let's take a look over here what they look like. You can see it comes in either a couple different colors, but this lighter gray is generally going to be the color that you get. It's kind of hard to see it here. I know these are some pretty terrible pictures that they have posted here, but go ahead and take a look. They sell these at Best Buy and some other places. They're really good laptops. They're solid. They work a really good time, and they have a lot of good ratings on them. So check them out. I'll have links in the description. All right, and the last one we recommend that kind of fills that MacBook Pro gap there is going to be the Dell Inspiron 5400. So it's a 2-in-1. You can see it actually flipped right here on the left. The reason to be like this is it comes with a little bit more RAM. It does come with an actual Intel. This time is the only Intel, but it's an Intel Core i7, 12 gigs of memory, and a 512 gigabyte SSD drive. So think about that. It's the latest model. It comes in Titan Gray, the color, for $899. 12 gigs, you get an extra 4 gigs of RAM and the i7, so it's a really good deal there. You're going to save, what is that, $400 or $500 on the on the MacBook Pro, and you get a lot more powerful machine. Take a look at it over here. We can kind of see what it looks like. Again, if you like the look of the MacBooks, that's not going to be exactly on par with that, but they are pretty attractive. I mean, they definitely are getting more and more attractive on the Windows side. You can see everything here, but go ahead and check it out. I'll have links in there. Just a great overall laptop in general. $899. That's the 5th choice. All right, so what did you guys think? Definitely post some comments if you think there's some better ones out there. Just wanted to go ahead and show people, just open your eyes. I mean, this is a great system. There's no doubt. I love it, just the build quality and stuff, and you can pick these up. I mean, sometimes you can't pick them up much cheaper used, but you can. But at the end of the day, this channel is all about value, and I do a lot of PC work. At work I use a PC and stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely check out these systems. They're going to give you a little bit better value, I'd say. Maybe $400 or $500 to put into something else, and instead of just putting it into a computer that you may not get it back on. Again, if you're going to buy something like this and you need it for work because it's a direct relationship to your income, you're making videos for your income, or you're doing something, then definitely don't even think about saving the money because you're going to make it back. But if you definitely need to save some money, check out the PCs. They've gotten a lot better. Screens are really good now and stuff, and the speed on them, a lot of these Ryzen chips and stuff are going a lot faster even than the Intel chips. Anyways, you guys know what my channel is all about. It's just doing stuff like this. And if you can support me and click the like button and also hopefully subscribe. I'm trying to get over the 3,000 subscribers. Been a while for me, and I just want to try to get that built up. And hopefully you can support the channel. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.